Here from quarantine.
Thank you. You two wait outside.
12 Monkeys feels obviously a bit more topical than ever amid the coronavirus. How deep did you guys dive into the virology of the disease that leads into a full-on apocalypse in the story?
How about not at all?
Yeah.
We had no clue. I mean, we knew as much about that as most people who write these post-Holocaust movies have no clue of how an atomic bomb works. I mean, Janet's a trained medical person, so she knows what viruses do and how they work. So I shouldn't say that. I'm an idiot. The bottom line is she understands that sort of thing, but we didn't go study it. She just knows about it.
The public knows most of it if they're interested in it. It's like they're one of the earlier versions of one of these pandemics and everything. They found the original virus in Iceland, right? And that had happened. And we thought, oh, okay, we'll use that. And no scientist ever got in touch with us after 12 Monkeys was released to say, who cares about the original? No one did. So I think we got away with it. We looked a lot at our background in terms of Sunday school and the Bible stories and Revelations and tried to use a lot of that in it. Right.
Well, Terry had that guy spouting Revelations.
Right.
I mean, it was just wonderful.
I think what's so funny, here's this film 25 years ago. They've all these other, and even now people don't seem to understand what a virus is, how it works. I mean, the politicians don't have a clue, it seems. It's not complicated because in England, we're told constantly we've got to keep washing our hands. And I thought, well, this is kind of silly, isn't it? We got this thing floating over, coughing it here, and we're spewing spit here. But it was only the other day that somebody actually explained, it's not the virus is a protein. That's all it is a protein surrounded by fat. And if you use soap, you take the fat off the little protein and it dies screaming. And suddenly it's great to wash your hands because you understand the process. And I find we're in the middle of a huge pandemic, and the nonsense that is being spouted by people in various places, like in Brazil, for example, in the White House, it's extraordinary the nonsense that's being spouted. It can be made, as whether it's made in Wuhan by Chinese. We tamper with things because we can, and nobody seems to want to stop us experimenting with nasty and dangerous things, and occasionally they get a bit loose.
Did you guys believe at the time that this thing could be a real threat to us?
Yes.
We understood theoretically that it could. We understood it exactly the way we understood the atomic bomb could be a threat. I mean, we didn't really imagine that we would live in a world in which the atomic bomb had destroyed half of the United States, and we didn't really imagine that we would go through a pandemic, but we understood the concept and understood that it was a potential real thing.
1918 was a great success when it comes to pandemic. This is not so successful this time around, I don't think. We've got a little bit more information this time. We've got more science. We've got hopefully a bit more understanding of what not to do. Like in England now, we're all locked down, but every day people are out on the streets going and buying things, but we all keep a 2 meters separation distance between us. And it works. And the numbers are coming right down very quickly.
We've got a country where people are trying to open it all up and go to the beaches again. I mean, how long we can hold, we have to keep this isolation going, but people are resisting it now. And President Trump is sending out tweets telling people they have to fight for their freedom to catch COVID. They mustn't be prevented from being free to get the diseases they want to get. And that's the leadership we're getting.
And all these people talking about the need for haircuts of all the things. I don't know if you've seen all the protests. I need a haircut. Really? Yeah, exactly. That's why you need to be outside right now. I mean, come on, people.
For all I know, you're crazy as a loon.
12 Monkeys is another film that it's finding renewed interest in the wake of COVID-19. I mean, what do you guys make of the fact that so many people respond to a pandemic by watching movies about even more horrible pandemics?
Exactly as we planned it, right, Terry?
Exactly. No. It just took a bit longer than we expected. We thought it was going to happen, the pandemic, in about 10 years. It's been far too long, but it's here at last. And the film is being rediscovered, finally.
It was all planned.
Absolutely. When they sent us back from the future to make this warning film, they just sent us to the wrong year. That's all.
You're here because of the system.